Hello everyone, Linda Israel here, and I have got a few things on my desk. First of all, you may be wondering what this is. This is my new tart warmer from Jewelry and Candles, JIC Nation. I have a link below. If y'all didn't know, I am a Jewelry and Candles demonstrator or representative. This is one of their rings that I got. So the scent of the day is Pure Incense Dragon's Blood. It's basically that, more like an incense. It's earthy smelling. So I've got one of these going while I am arting today, so I can enjoy the scents and help me with what I'm doing in my art studio today. Today I want to do a small art project. I've got a couple of little pieces of paper, some chipboard, I've got a stencil, I've got a Brutus Monroe background stamp, and I'm just going to play and see how this all comes together. The first thing I want to do, I think, is I've got to paint these little pieces of cardboard and chipboard so that they can dry. I've cut a piece of chipboard or cardboard to fit just outside this frame. My goal is I've got this little mini easel, and I think if I do this right, when I glue this together, it will fit right on there and make a nice little art piece. But I want to round the corners of this first, so I've got my crocodile. Let's see how well. Oh yeah, that does a good job. So I'm just going to round these corners. I've got just some inexpensive acrylic paint in an ivory or off-white color. And I'm just going to use a little foam brush. It's a used foam brush. A little scrap piece of paper. I'm going to paint these little chipboard. I like to paint them because I'm going to add some Tattered Angels Glimmer mist later. I may glue some paper to it, and I just want to have that finished look all the way around on my piece. So I'll quickly paint these. The chipboard pieces have been painted, so we'll set these aside to dry for a couple of minutes. I have the Brutus Monroe botanical background. I have the embossing ink. I have my re-inker in case I needed to re-ink that. So I went ahead and added a little bit more because this is a big image. What I want to do is ink this up, and I'm going to stamp it on here, and then I'm going to emboss it in clear embossing powder. Now my image is on there, and I'm going to emboss it. You barely see the shine, but it's on there in clear embossing. I've got a few colors of Glimmer mist. This one is turquoise blue. This one is party pink. And this one is true turquoise. And let's give it a little bit more of Cranberry Zing. Now I've got a plain paper towel. What I want to do is just take this and blot off any ink that's on the embossed area. Now I know that I want to use part of this, so I'm going to try to see how much of it I want to use. My paper cutter here. I've got some white glue. I'm going to put some white glue around the edge of this. Just right up next to the edge. And then I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on there, which will help set this up faster. Of course, it'll help if I put it in the center. I want to stamp this butterfly in black embossing over the top. So I'm inking this up with the embossing ink. I've got my anti-static bag. I'm going to stamp this down one side here. So there'll be just a hint of the butterflies. And then I've got black embossing powder. Now I only did that very short period of time because I didn't want to melt the embossing powder that is below in the other image. I have my Rouge Brutus Monroe ink, and I'm going to go around the edge of this. This is a piece of scrap from Canvas Corp brands, and I thought the Just Breathe You've Got This would be perfect to put inside the little frame. So I'm going to trim that out. I've got a little scrap of black here, so I'm just going to make a little couple of strips that I'll be able to mount this on. A few of these little paper flowers. I think these are Recollections. They're just little paper flowers, and I want to paint some. I may not use them all, but I want them painted, and that way they can dry. And so that was the turquoise blue, and then we'll do some in the party pink. I want this frame to be in the cranberry or the party pink. It's funny how I start working and I've got this huge desk, and then within a matter of minutes I'm down to about 8 inches of workspace. Alright, so I'm going to take the Brutus Monroe detail ink and the botanical background stamp and ink this up, and we're going to stamp this on the frame. Give a little bit of color and dimension on there. I'm going to go around the edge of this frame with the rouge and a little bit of the Embossing. One more spritz of the cranberry. I'm going to glue the Just Breathe onto the black. And then you got this. Let's see if we can't position these. I have the little swirl that I painted, and I think I want it to be in a turquoise color. A little bit of the true turquoise. So the first one was turquoise blue, and this one is true turquoise. Sometimes you got to check your work as you're going, because if you glue things together, then you got it wrong. Okay. I think we need to put a little bit of black around the edge. So I'm going to use the black. That helps. And I'll put just a little kiss of black on the top of this frame. That's what it needed. Okay. So now let's glue the frame down. I'm just using hot glue. You got to work fast with hot glue or it'll set up on you before you're ready. A quick tip, if it does set up before you're ready, use your hot tool and you can heat it up again. Got some glitter glue. Alright, we'll let that dry, and then I'll show you some shots when it's dry, what it looks like on the easel. I hope you like my little art piece that I made today. Just using some scraps of Canvas Corp paper, using the Tattered Angel sprays, using the Brutus Monroe background stamp. I used a Viva Las Vegas butterfly stamps, the Brutus Monroe inks, embossing inks, used embossing powder, some die cuts, as well as some chipboard pieces to make just a little bitty piece of art. Please make sure that you give this a thumbs up. You give it a comment below make sure you ask questions if you have any questions. The links for products are in the description box below. Make sure that you share this video. Everything that you do, every click that you make helps me as an artist, so I greatly appreciate those clicks that you make on my channel, and I appreciate your watching. So thanks so much for coming to my channel and watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial on Just Breathe. You've got this. And since this is New Year's, I want you to wish you to a happy and prosperous new year in 2017. Thanks for watching today. Bye.